We will go back to 1897 when Swami Vivekananda comes back from Chicago and he lands in Madras. 14th of February 1897, he delivers an epic speech where he lays down the complete path to be followed for to make India free from the clutches of the British. Now, how is that? But before we delve into more details in this matter, what is important here to understand is two things. One, he becomes, in that process, Swami Vivekananda becomes the Yug Purush or the Yug Nayak. And we all know, of course, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose as the Desh Nayak, right? So Yug Nayak or Yug Purush actually had influenced Desh Nayak. And it was not only Netaji Subhash, what I say, or even it is Rishi Aurobindo also. So Rishi Aurobindo draws his basic inspiration and ideologies and theologies from none other than Swami Vivekananda or Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. And this is then followed by, it follows down as a flow to other revolutionaries and which transpires into creation of the Agni Yuga, or the armed freedom struggle, okay? And we see Bagha Jatin coming up, we see the other compatriots of, Aurobindo Ghosh, or even Aurobindo Ghosh's sister, which we will cover in the later times. And we have Master the Surya Sen also coming into the picture, and there are so many of them, actually, so many of them. It's not possible to cover in all the, in one particular episode, but we'll try to cover it as much as possible. So 1897, and if you really look at what we need to analyze very carefully is, if you look at all the letters of Swami Vivekananda, all the vanis that he delivered, if you carefully look through it, it is throughout and throughout stressing on the freedom struggle of India. It is throughout and throughout inspiring the youth, inspiring his countrymen, and pushing them towards taking an aggressive posture in securing the freedom for Mother India. So if you really ask me, then he is the real revolutionary. The father of all revolution is Swami Vivekananda. He is just not an idol, he is just not a spiritual leader, but a leader, a true leader. Like in the earlier days, you have the kings, they used to have their kul gurus who used to, give them the direction, margdarshan. That how the king should follow his Raj Dharma. And the classic examples are Baba Gorakhnath showing light to Bappa Rawal, or even Shivaji Maharaj getting his direction from his guru, apart from Mata Jijabai. There are thousands of such examples in Indian history. But let us look at, when we are looking at here, Swami Vivekananda, he is actually he's not only instigating, but he's giving clear direction on how the youth should perform, how things should be structured. It's just not performance, but also on the structure, that on what model it has to work. He clearly lays down the model for the youth as well. And when he does that, he actually stresses on 4 pillars. 1, strength. 2, sacrifice. 3, raising of spiritual upliftment, consciousness, self-consciousness. 4 is woman empowerment. Now, these 4 things are very important, and all these 4 things, if you see, had actually transpired not only into Subhash Bose, but into each and every revolutionary. All of them, all these 4 pillars, because he had pushed it in such a manner that after him, today if we know Rakhal Maharaj or Swami Brahmananda as the spiritual son of Swami Paramahansa, Paramahansa Ramakrishna, then we can easily consider, Netaji Subhash as the spiritual son of Swami Vivekananda. It is he who actually started that flow, Netaji Bose, and which culminated as a force into the other people. From a very early stage, from early of 1900s, second phase or early phase, I would say. And how did it all start? So let us go back to 1897, 14th February. And Swami Vivekananda clearly says in that speech, let there be no religion for India for the next 50 years. And I repeat my words, let there be no religion for the next 50 years for this country, because a country who is the mother, who is in the shackles of British colonialism has no religion. He clearly lays down that. And what an irony, exactly after 50 years, from 1897 to 1947, he prophesied actually that we will still need 50 years if we pick up from now to attain independence. So he was truly a Maharshi. He was truly a Maharshi, that I would say, who can see that if my countrymen walks in this direction, then it will still take 50 years. And that is why he clearly said that let there be no religion. Let freedom be the only religion, where each and every countryman should contribute through self-sacrifice, through building of strength, through women empowerment. And how this developed. And there is a striking similarity between Swami Vivekananda and Netaji Subhas when we look at these aspects. And how, let us delve into that as well. So Swamiji goes in a tour across India, right? He travels, and that was a time when India was ravaged by famine after famine. Countrymen were impoverished, poor in health. Life expectancy was 32. In Bengal, it was 27, and the average life expectancy in India, it was 32. It is primarily because of famine and epidemics, cholera, chickenpox, smallpox. I mean, India was getting ravaged, and women was totally underprivileged at that point of time, which pained Swami Vivekananda, because he kept on saying a country where the women folk are uneducated, they're oppressed, can never get the light of freedom, never can get into the next step of development. This was another observation which he kind of freezed when he had gone to the United States. There he saw the women empowered, educated, freedom to them. They can do anything. They can freedom of speech, freedom of talk.